All right, so now I believe that you understand what is area. Let's actually try to derive how we can, let's actually try to find out how we can derive the formulas for various figures, area of various figures, right? So first of all, we will start with the simplest, is square. A square is a figure that has four sides and all four are equal in length. So the area or the space that it occupies depends upon its length only, because whatever the length is, the width is also going to be that. So the area is going to be L square for a square. For a rectangle which has a different width than length, right? It is going to be dependent upon length and width. So it is going to be length times the width, right? So let's move on. Let's talk about a triangle. Let's talk about a right angle triangle. It has a height and it has a base length, right? For this, the area formula for area is going to be 1 over 2 base into height. Why didn't we just multiply base into height? In that case, base uh, into height would give us the area of a space that is equivalent to this, right? But we don't want the area of this figure. In this case, it would be a square or a rectangle, right? We want the half of this. We want the area of half of this that only our triangle is occupying, right? So we just divide base into height, the product of base and height by 2, right? Or multiply it with 1 over 2, and we get the area of our triangle, right? So this is pretty simple. And triangles could actually be in different shapes as well. Something like this is also a triangle, and this will also have some height and some base area, right? So this is sorry, base length and height, and the formula for area is going to be once again 1 over 2 base into height. Once again, base into height will give us the the area of this space, but practically we know that the area that this triangle is occupying and the area that is lying outside the triangle but in the space of base and product of base and height is actually the same, and we can just divide it by 2 to get the area of the triangle. So that's how we can do calculate the area of a triangle. And let's move on. We can calculate the area of a circle, which is pretty more complex to derive how we can do it, but by ancient methods and some practical approaches, we know that a circle has a radius, and in order to calculate the area of a circle, we need to multiply a number that is called pi and then square the radius with it. So we know that it will give us the area. So the derivation is pretty not important at this point, and it is pretty complex. So you will have to bring in more identities in mathematics and some other formulas that you are not familiar with right now. So I won't actually get into the derivation of how to find a area of a circle, but it is like this. The value of pi is 3.14, right? And similarly, you can find the area of a semicircle. You just need to divide pi r squared with 2. And or a quarter of a circle, like this, would be pi r squared by 4. So you can always be able to find areas of simple figures like this. Area of a trapezium will be discussed how to calculate that and derive that. We'll be discussing that in the next video.